Alrighty, y'all. We are back. I had you muted. You're giving yourself away. I was super smooth about it, and
I was ready.
She was just ready to go. That's it.
I kind of blended to my chair. Anyway, last time, oh boy. So, last time you decided to go out and investigate these choo-choos, these individuals that are looking to escape the Revalia and get the heck away from Heckna. And you ended up finding them. A individual named Watt came out after y'all were tried to be dissuaded by a couple of automatron type things. After showing them the mark that you have from Stefano / the toy maker, revealing their own, he let you into the old train station, where outside you saw train cars beyond repair, but inside the engine was there, and it has been upkept by Watt himself, who happened to have found a key, and he thought that it would lead to the funhouse where the schematics for this engine were, so that way you would know exactly what you were missing and not have to just guess by what generally should exist in a train that was not there. You took that after talking to his other friend. I don't remember his name. Oh, you're muted. I see you have the answer, though.
I do. DC.
Yes. Who was in the very, very late stages of some sort of clowning disease brought on by the big old red schnozzling bugs that Med had fought pretty early on in the campaign. But, so, not good. But y'all decided to first use Felix's key, see where that sent you. Found out it was to a pantry, but not just any old pantry. This one had real food. It had veggies, it had fruits, it had meats, it had everything you could possibly want. Not candy, not weird mystery meats, like legit food, as well as a section that was full of Felix's drinks. Y'all pilfered for actual food, as well as some of the drinks and such, leaving the door and getting shot back to where you came. But then the other key that you used brought you to a interesting music room that had Techna and a few children of the candy corn playing very poorly. After chatting with them, you realized that they were trying to write a song about you all and to convince you that the Revalia's great, Heckna's wonderful, you should just like give in and be a part of us, thinking that it would impress Heckna. Kithley helped write a few lines to the song, which garnered y'all the favor of getting to just kind of look around while Techna was very engrossed in trying to finish this tune. Med was able to find the schematics along hidden in the back of a very dusty bookshelf behind some papers and sheet music and all sorts of things that had been written on 12 times over. Where Kate, you were totally there and looking around and found quite the interesting item. An item, one with only the keenest music eye, aka a natural 20, you're welcome, found. And what that can do, well, she'll just have to tell y'all. But then afterwards, after looking through, you went through a little trapdoor under the piano that Techna let y'all out of, and instead of getting rushed back to where you belonged, it seems this key allowed you a little more access as you were inside some odd waiting room. There were 5 different doors. The one that you came through, leaving the music room, had disappeared behind y'all as you came through. But after trying every door and seeing that then eventually they would whoosh you through probably back to where you belonged, or began, not belonged, a few ruffians showed up, not really to actively start any fights, but just to kind of check in and see what y'all were doing and give you a little message from the boss man that he has something to show you back at the Revalia you might be interested in. So you went through the door, plopped down, gave Watt the schematics, and rushed your way back through the forest and to the gates of the Revalia, where you were met by the bright heck yeah Tron floating in the sky with a quite disturbing scene of Marlowe slowly being think like James Bond style, being like dropped into a pit of sharks. But it was a pit of boiling wax. She quickly made some sort of symbol on her hand and showed y'all symbols that you've seen her draw before. Maybe not that one exactly, but something along those lines. And before wiping it away with her blood. As part of this, Hackna announced that Scooter had identified the stick-stealing thief of Marlowe, and that with a little bit of pushing, they were sure to figure out its location from her. But it seems like the stick has not been found, and y'all are left standing there as the screen turns off after a whirlwind of tickets kind of cover the view, and you see a countdown pop up. 2 hours. 2 hours, 59. With seconds and everything going.
We have 2 hours or 3 hours?
2. Sorry,
okay, so
1:59.
Thank you.
I can math. I know how time works.
What's time?
Can Kate have a pen?
Sure.
Or like a writing utensil? Can she like write that symbol on her own hand?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. She will write that in whatever, just to like have. Does it look familiar? Like you said, we've seen some like it, but not.
Yeah. So anyone can go ahead and do, if y'all want, like maybe just like a history check to kind of think back on what you've kind of seen. Okay.
Ooh!
6.
Oh,
Oh,
yes, 20!
Yes!
Yes. I know everything about the symbol.
You know all. So, you do know a lot. So you saw that symbol and you start to think about it, and you remember her carving something inside of the cheese room.
Okay.
That was, she just kind of carved into it. It wasn't the same one, but it was something kind of similar in these like odd shapes. You now think back to other places. You've seen some marks scratch into the door frame of the boring room. You've seen some, maybe like on a post inside Felix's. You've seen little markings kind of hidden, like they weren't necessarily out of place because everything here is so weird, so you've never really thought anything of it. But now, seeing that there's obviously some sort of urgency with it, you're thinking back to all these different places that you've seen little symbols about. Let's see. And I think that there's a couple that you've seen kind of just like on Locke's cart for sure. But a lot of locations have had something to that effect.
Okay. So these are like maybe Marlowe's mark of like safe places or places of interest.
Yeah, I think you could confer that there's some sort of meaning to these shapes, because that one seems to be two different symbols encompassed in a circle. So they have something to relate. Whereas other places, like on locks, you've seen one that's just like a little diamond, like a jewel diamond, kind of there. On like Felix's, what would have been Felix's? I would say even with that much, you've noticed that in the food court there's been quite a few, and all of them share a similar symbol.
Okay, but not this exact one. Maybe
not
it's
this exact
swirl,
one.
Maybe it's the diamond.
Mm-hmm. So it's like you've just kind of put together that each of these symbols has some sort of meaning.
Gotcha. Okay, and was there any pattern to which had which symbol? So like the food all had the swirl.
Yeah, here, I'm going to put in the Midway Madness, but I'll say you've noticed that, at least on the food court one, every single different place in the food court that you've seen it has had that little, like, popsicle-looking dome with a stick, So it's like, okay, that probably means, like, food.
Okay.
Oh, you put it in our chat.
Oh, this reminds me of? Okay. Yeah, so, cool. Matt will be like, this looks like code used by travelers to identify places, either as safe or a good place to eat or whatever. So this is clearly Marlowe's code, and I'm not quite sure what it means, but she is they. Marlowe's
she. Mm-hmm.
She is she's clear. This is her code, so we got to figure this out.
And I'll say you do know, like, this one is what y'all's stamp is, and Stefano told you that question mark kind of stamp means, like, forget. It is the.
We don't know what this swirl or this diamond means.
No.
Spark. Have we seen, like, one of those before somewhere?
Let me remind myself what that one looks like. I would say, just because thankfully you got a nat 20. Otherwise, no. But Med has always been a very perceptive person, and then actively having this kind of thought. That swirly shows up a lot in the Midway, where, like, the games and things are.
I wonder if it's... there's pin the flay on the donkey, pop goes a clown, Dunkin' Donut, do not.
And then the sparkle or the diamond or whatever jewel thing is on Locke's cart.
Not that one. It looks like an actual, like, diamond, like a jewel, like when you get, like, the old school diamond tattoos,
Gotcha.
Yeah. That one unseen so far.
Okay. Well, let's start towards the Midway then.
Yeah.
Cool.
We should stick close to one another.
Was there was anything said as Marlowe was being lowered, like, come to this place or come get me? Like, obviously Hecna wants us to do something. Where do we go? Was there any mention, or was it just 2 hours?
Mm-hmm. Just 2
oh
hours.
Shit, that's super rude.
Thanks, asshole.
I mean, he's so known to be hospitable and happy.
I know.
Wonderful.
I mean, at least he told us, like, a time, a deadline. All right, let's go to the Midway, and see. There's and start looking for these symbols.
Okay. So you start walking that direction, And we'll say it's getting a little kind of later in the day, though time here is real goofy. It seems like sometimes for what seems like noon to y'all will be dark and vice versa. It doesn't. I feel like that's a part of the madness is the sun mechanics aren't proper. But y'all continue through and kind of beeline to the Midway. Still bumping, still going. Go ahead and do, as you're walking through to everybody, a perception check. And the hiccups.
3. That's 2 in a row.
13.
Non-natural 20.
Nice.
Hoot. Yes.
You said a non-natural or a natural?
Non-natural.
Oh, a dirty 20. Okay.
Yeah, dirty 20.
That'll count. Like, I'll take that.
Let's see. Let me get to the section here.
Would these symbols be small? Like, kind of, like, not noticeable? Okay.
Yeah. Come on. So many pages this PDF is taking ages to load because I have too many tabs open on my computer. Anyway, okay, so you start making your way through, kind of weaving, looking, now having something to look for. And say as you're kind of going, you notice that, say there's the pin the flail on the donkey attraction. And that one, you're kind of looking around and you see at the very bottom edge of where this donkey, I gotta look at it, an amalgamation, because it's an animal amalgamation. An amalgamation is housed down on like kind of the bottom of the cage area. You see a set of symbols also circled, so grouped together. One being the circular little Midway sign that you'll know. Okay, ignore this one. Don't look at that yet, but I'll have to put it there so I don't lose it. This one that you can see, it has the swirl, and then it has a little eyeball, almost looks like a cat eye, under it.
Okay. So not the one we're looking for, but...
You continue to kind of look around, and I'll say on the Pop Goes the Clown one, just because that one is quite a loud, attention-grabbing horror. You see another one also encircled with the Midway on top, but then the little kind of stick figure creature, person under it.
Looks like a skull.
Then finally you notice something that y'all hadn't really messed with before in everything, because anytime you've really been to the Midway, it has either been during like a mental breakdown or fighting with Pinky or just rushing through. You haven't spent time here to really pay much attention. Like, you notice that there's the petting zoo off to the side, which I will say you do kind of notice that on this one, it kind of looks like a section of the hay that makes up some of the sitting area and the areas around has almost a brand in it that has that same little swirl and then kind of like a little backwards 7 with a dot. A little interesting.
Wait,
sorry, not the swirl, the animal or the eye. The same little eye that was on an amalgamation donkey. But then you notice something you hadn't really fully paid attention to before. Behind some of the tense in the games. Kind of, you know, if the animal or the petting zoo's down on one end and it's almost kind of on the opposite side. A giant box, like a big wooden crate. And when I say giant, I mean size for a giant creature, like a giant individual. You see then protruding from the top of this wooden structure a huge thick arm. The arm twists to open its expansive palm and it kind of puts it down on the ground where 3 revelers eagerly climb up into it. When they're all settled, the fingers kind of fold, holding onto them, and then just starts to flail around wildly while the revelers hold on and scream and shriek. The wooden structure under it just rumbles with movement. You notice on the bottom of this wooden crate that same exact symbol that Marlo had put on her hand.
Okay.
I
The
definitely go
circle,
and
swirl,
check out that damn crate.
and a spear.
Yeah, let's check out that crate.
All right. So, actually, I think even, let me see if I was smart. I was. Even in my overstress today, I was smart. Everybody, if you look at the stream, that's what you're looking at.
Oh, wow.
Okay. That looks fun.
Totally fun. All right. So, y'all are walking up to the crate.
Yeah.
All right. You start to walk up, and he's sitting there kind of flinging around these people. One of them goes just flying across the Midway, completely out of view. Who knows where they exist? The other 2 manage to hold on as he puts them down after a bit, and then grabs another and does the same thing. You walk up to the crate, kind of in that general area where the mark is, and you hear this kind of loud, abrasive voice from off to the kind of up from y'all. Hey, you there, watch it. What? If you want to ride, you have to come buy a ticket or give me a ticket. I'm not liable for anything Gary does if you're not actually a paying customer.
Are you liable for stuff he does? I'm just curious.
No.
Okay, yeah.
His name's Garrett?
Gary.
Gary.
Gary. He's just such a cute little Gary, huh? And she pokes her fingers down in the crate that she's sitting on.
Did Gary do anything?
He's just kind of doing his thing, but you just hear from inside a little
But he seems happy.
Yeah.
Gary.
Yeah, Gary's fine.
He's not growling or anything.
Yeah.
Okay.
But you look up and you see this individual has this bright white, curly, massive, crazy hair, has on a kind of purplish leather duster that has kind of a red velvet inside, and then this corset that has the same red and purple stripes and the same purple pants and these big old boots. And they kind of jump down off of the top. Almost looks like they float a little bit. All right, so you're going to go for a ride, or...
Or how many tickets?
It's 1 ticket each.
And he just flings you around, or do you try and stay on? If you don't fly off, do you win something?
No, it's just a ride. Just don't try to, just don't fall off.
Okay.
You ever let him out?
Oh, Gary doesn't like the sunshine very much.
Do you ever go in?
I wouldn't suggest it. I'm not a big fan. Gary and I are best friends, obviously, but I wouldn't suggest it very much. It's a little infested in there. He's not the most cleanly person.
Infested with what?
Yeah. Well, people like to give him treats, but he doesn't like eating them very much, so they get a little moldy and some bugs and such, and it's a little, well, things fall out of their pockets or whatever.
Oh.
Yeah.
It just seems like he, kind of odd that he's in this crate. Like, I wouldn't want to be in a crate. Is he happy in there? I mean...
I don't know, Gary. Are you happy? Are you happy, Gary?
Cool.
What if we helped clean it?
Well, I don't know. Gary kind of likes his privacy. Anyway, okay. Give me a ticket.
You know what? I'll try it first. Y'all, you guys. I'll try it first. This sounds like a thing that I would do. So, I will spend one of my few tickets to go for a ride and give.
Gonna go for a ride on Gary?
Yes, you know it.
While Kinsley's doing this, can Kate like start to like play a little jaunty tune, but also like kind of dance around the box and see, like, she's like playing but also kind of like looking to see if there's anything around there.
Yeah.
I don't know. Out of the ordinary. Out of the ordinary for a large man in a box.
Yeah. Go ahead and do a perception check as you kind of dance around. Kithley, you see, stops shaking. A couple sets them down and they're like, and then giggle and like run off.
Mm-hmm.
And puts his palm out. Okay, it's your turn.
I climb on in.
Hold on tight. And like picks his arm up and starts shaking. Do a quick strength check for me, or athletics. Get a little while you're holding on.
I get a bonus with athletics. Hold on. Sorry. Boop, boop. That's not the right one.
While she's doing this, I'm gonna do the spell where I can see if someone is like undead.
Okay.
What is that called? Oh. Not detect good. Is it detect magic?
Let me see what Gary is. Gotcha. What'd you get, Kate?
14.
Okay. So you are kind of dancing around and looking in, and it's a pretty tight area. And so you're like the boards, and stuff. So you can't get a super good look in there. I mean, you can see that there is some sort of individual kind of standing in this crate. You can see just a little bit of where the sun kind of comes in. And yeah, there's like ticket books and shoes and random things in the bottom. You can see that there are like apples that are all like moldy and shit, like things that have either been dropped in, thrown in, he's grabbed, whatever, his little hoard of just like crap down there. But you don't notice anything super immediately that's like, oh, that's a stick. But you do kind of notice that like everything does seem organized. He's got a little trash pile, he's got a little ticket pile, he's got a little clothes pile.
Is there any like hand holes?
I mean, yeah.
Can I try to grab some tickets?
Yeah, do a sleight of hand for me. Kithley, what was your athletics?
Okay, so using channel divinity, I have peerless athlete with as a bonus action, I can give myself advantage on athletics and acrobatics checks for 10 minutes.
Nice.
I just had to find it because it wasn't on my character sheet. So I have advantage
Awesome.
on this roll.
Oh, which I don't know if you ended up putting in manually or not. Matt is now content sharing to our campaign and has Theros.
Oh, okay, good to know. I purchased the Glory one
Okay,
specifically, but it's cool. I got a dirty 20.
Cool. All right, you are able to hold on as this kind of flinging is happening, and it's like constant, and he doesn't seem to be slowing down as you're just kind of holding. You're like, oh, okay, and then you start to get a little dizzy feeling, and you're like, oh, okay, I ate food for once. Do a Constitution saving throw, please. Blair, I saw your face. I'm assuming you did not roll well.
I got a 1.
Beautiful, beautiful.
I always get a 1 when it counts.
Kelly, you were doing, what was it? Detect?
Detect good and evil.
Gotcha. And that will ping undead, fae, fiend, like all that good stuff.
On Gary.
Very undead.
Oh, okay.
Dirty 20.
All right. You are able to hold it down and just kind of try and pick a point to focus, which you're doing pretty good. You see the giant Ferris wheel and you're staring at that and you're like, okay, that is my point of reference. Okay, we're good. Then all of a sudden you dip down below the box and you can't see anymore. He's still flinging. Like, it's not like he's ending the ride. You turn your view and you see Kate standing there. You're upside down as he goes to hit Kate as her hand is inside of the crate trying to grab something.
As soon as I see him do that, and I know that he is undead, I'm going to cast Turn Undead.
Ooh, okay. And how exactly does that go?
Sure. So he needs to make a wisdom save. Okay. Actually, every undead within 30 feet of me will need to make a wisdom save.
I feel like there's like a shit ton of undead, just like...
Yeah, y'all are right in the middle of the Midway, you know? Let's see.
He went after my girl.
I just imagine Kate like stuck her arm in just like a little too far and it's like stuck and she's just kind of like, okay.
I mean, not that Kate didn't deserve to get a little like slap on the wrist, like you shouldn't be stealing, but he's a big boy and he's undead.
He's a big boy.
DC is 14.
I love how I was like super organized with all of my character sheets in Roll20, and now I don't remember what my organization was.
Oh no!
So I'm like, where's the thing I needed? I think these guys are the same thing, right? Nope. Oh boy. Oh bother. Bother. I'm going to search for this. Okay, let me real quick. Wisdom saving throw?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
DC 14.
Okay. Ignore, if y'all are in Roll20, ignore that name because that's not who it is, but this was the only character sheet I had for this type of individual. Matt always calls me right in the middle of stream and I can't answer and I feel bad.
Mm-hmm.
And then if they fail, they have to just get the fuck away from you, essentially.
He gets the fuck away from me, yeah. Turned for 1 minute, or is damaged and moves as far away as possible. I might want him to be my friend. Did he fail?
I can't get this to load. There we go. I hate PDFs. I wish I would have bought the book. Because I keep trying to look at a PDF page. It's like, can't load that page. Retrying. And it's the page with the character sheet.
Oh no.
We're just gonna roll. I'm gonna say he probably doesn't have any bonuses to wisdom.
Okay, so it says it's turned for 1 minute or until it takes any damage. A turned creature spends its turn trying to move as far away from me as possible.
Okay.
And it can't move within 30 feet of me.
Okay. So you do that. I'm gonna... Kate or Kithily, if y'all want to do something to maybe stop... Actually, just Kithily. Kate is failing a check. If you want to do something to try and maybe stop her getting smacked, I'll give you an advantage because of the turn undead, but he is flinging his arm actively. He's not going to just, like, stop.
Totally.
But I will give a little bit of a bonus if you had any ideas as you are upside down and just see Kate coming closer and closer.
Yeah, I did, but I think I heard Kelly say if he gets hurt, the undead stops? The turn stops?
Yes. But I don't know when do you want to say the turn undead happens? Like mid-movement?
I was going... Okay, so before Kelly casted, I was going to stab him.
Who gets there first?
To, like, you know, like, if you get, like, pricked with something, you almost always, like, pull back from that thing. Or try to. So I was trying to get a reaction. So if I can go first and then Kelly can do that.
Okay. Yeah, that's fine. I'll have you do it just straight without the advantage. I'll let you go first.
That is totally fine. And just an attack roll. Cool. This one. 21.
Nice. Go ahead and roll whatever damage there.
I'm gonna say it's two-handed. Two-handed, yeah. Oh boy, that's max damage.
Oh.
That's a 14.
Oh, Gary.
Poor Gary.
Poor Gary.
Poor already dead Gary.
Gary.
All right.
Okay. So you...
Also, I'm gonna plant that like a flag to hold on to.
Smart. You do that. And almost immediately he kind of tries to fling, like, ow, what the hell was that? Kind of just stopped it. Like, I would say enough that, like, Kate, you get knocked off of your feet, but it wasn't a direct hit of like, oh shit, but you get pushed like, oh, okay. Do another strength, or do a strength saving throw this time for me. I'll let you have advantage since you plopped that thing in there. Med, with your turn undead, first thing you notice is as this is kind of happening and you pop that off as Gary's like, ouch, like a real low, deep, sad ouch. You notice up on the top where this individual that had been talking to you before, just for ease, because I'm going to accidentally say their name anyway, Alice, they, them, he's like, oh, Gary, are you okay? And you can see that she has this, or they have this like really confused kind of look on their face and concern for Gary, but then keeps looking over towards you. Like they don't fully understand what's going on, but they want to get away from you. And then kind of like scoot around the edge of the box farthest from you, you know, out of that 30-foot range, but as far from you as they can kind of get. We'll be like, Gary, what's wrong? Did the dang old schnozzling get you again?
She's undead.
As you start to notice the crowd in general around you starts to lessen as people are like, I'm gonna go get something to eat. Like,
it lasts for a minute, just so you know. So
okay.
I mean, they will come back.
Okay, what is the plan of action? Now, Alice is clearly confused as to what's happening. Gary is trying to fling, because you said you had a 20-somethings on your save, Kithily? Yeah.
A nat 20 on
Nat 20, yeah. So he goes to try and fling, and you have your hand in your sword and just hold on and kind of like loop your legs around one of his fingers to kind of keep from getting flung, and then plop back down in his palm just right. He's like, something poked me. What? Kate, you are sprawled out on the ground. As then he's like, I'm not very comfy, and you start to hear boom, boom on the side of the crate, and his arm kind of goes in. As then
I'm in.
uh-huh.
That arm I'm in.
I mean, unless you want to let go, because he's not holding you anymore. You're kind of holding onto your sword. And so he boom, and he brings the other in, and boom, and is like hitting, and you're just kind of like along for this ride as you're in this dark, smells horrid in here.
I'm in the box.
You are in the box as he's brought his other hand in.
If everyone's cool, I'm going to try and like get into the box. Like, is it okay?
I was gonna, like, if this is on the side that Kate's on, Kate was also gonna kind of like see an opening and try and like.
The hole is in the top of the box.
Oh, so then.
Yeah, so he's brought his hand back down that Kithily is currently in.
Can she try to get up there and get in there as well?
You would have basically an action to kind of have to climb up there, and then the next time, like, you could be in, but you could attempt to start climbing if you want to do an athletics.
Sure.
As it's being kind of shook from him, going boom, boom. Are you staying holding on, Kithily, or as soon as you're in, are you popping off?
As soon as I'm in, I'm going to pull my sword out and get back.
Okay.
And then I'm sword and shield it. And then I think I can cast Pass Without a Trace, but I'm not sure if it's just on myself or my party.
I think it'd be within people of like 30 feet of you, which I'd say Kate would for sure be close. I think probably all y'all would kind of be within that area since Med was able to see Kate about to get smacked and do a reaction there.
Then I'm going to cast Pass Without a Trace on the three of us, as what's one of my racial traits. So.
Okay, perfect.
I only got an 8.
Okay. You start to kind of climb up, and you get a little ways up when then he hits it again, and the whole crate kind of goes boo-doop, and you just plop back off. Like, you're not high enough that it hurts by any means, but you get thrown off by the shaking. Kithily, go ahead and do, if you're trying to kind of stealth in there, when you let go, roll that for me, plus your 10.
I'm also trying to climb a box in ballet slippers. So.
Ballet slippers that your feet can't stop moving. Yeah.
Can I keep trying?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
18 with Pass Without Trace. Sorry.
Okay.
Yeah, you're fine. I would like to toll the dead.
Toll the dead. That does more because he's hurt, right?
Mm-hmm.
Which I found his character
1d12
sheet.
It's over there.
But I think it's a wisdom save 14.
Okay.
DC.
What was your damage before, Heather? I found his character sheet finally.
14 points of
about.
damage.
Let me. We're gonna do a pro tip since I can't find where I put shit in Roll20. I'm gonna just open up a calculator, and it's that many. Minus 14. It's that many hit points. Okay, and he's going to do a wisdom saving throw. Oh, he does have a plus to wisdom. Proud of you, buddy. Boop, boop. Ooh, that's only an 8.
Nice.
All right.
Yes.
Do your damage.
That's a D12. 11.
11. Okay, and he has been now officially hurt post turn undead. So does that mean he's no longer trying to get away from you?
Oh, I didn't know he was even trying, but yes,
Yeah.
he's no longer trying. I mean,
Cool.
he's stuck in a box.
Yeah, but I mean, he's going to continue doing what he's doing because now he keeps getting hurt. and he's confused and still wants to be like, what the fuck? I'm gonna do just a real quick poor Gary.
Pause, Gary.
Well, that's gonna suck. Okay. Yeah. Gary then just absolutely, you see this, Kathleen, from the inside. Now you can kind of see, like I said, smells horrible. It's not just the trash. You can like almost see the green odor coming off of this giant that is very deeply in that thrall stage, like what that guy that y'all just met was, but fully turned. Obviously, he's undead. You see a giant red nose bug on him, which you see a whole bunch of little ones go shooting out of it and up the box and around. As he then just absolutely demolishes one side of the wall. Kate, roll a d20 for me. If you're below a 10, it's your wall.
I will say I got an 18.
You're still on the box, though. So we're going to see if this is your section or not.
Did you say I just roll a
D20? We're just doing a luck roll. Tell me if you're below a 10.
Natural 20.
Nice. Okay. You climb up as you feel your leg get thrusted out as this wall just goes flying off to the side, but you plop and you're up on top, and the crate starts to kind of wiggle down a little bit as now one of the supporting walls is gone, and you start scooting over to the side as then the hole that his hand was coming through comes back, his arm comes back up, and he smashes down and breaks the roof, so it just completely like starts to shatter. What would you like to do as very quickly what you're standing on top of is about to not exist wholly anymore? He has no real idea where any of y'all are currently, thanks to Pass Without a Trace.
So his hand is up in the hole.
He's smashed it down, so like he's kind of broken that section of the hole on the wall, so that way it's like all coming apart.
I mean, I want to go in and try to get like where the box area was and stuff, and then start looking around inside there.
Okay. Do a legit stealth check for me, please. You have the +10 because of Pass Without a Trace.
23.
Nice. Okay. You easily plop down in there. You and Kifley kind of look at each other on opposite sides of the box currently. Kifley, what are you doing while you're kind of crouched? We'll say you're in kind of one of the back corners opposite from the wall that's kind of plopped down, so you're still covered.
So first thing, I'm going to yell, watch out for the noses. Then I'm going to cross to Kate so I can guard her. And just kind of like go into a defensive position in front of Kate and just find it. Please. Please find it.
Please.
And so I'll just hold my like attack action to defend Kate. So if he attacks Kate or whatever, or if those attacks come towards me or Kate, then I'll attack.
Cool. Let's see.
Did we roll initiative? Should
we have not. Yes, let's do that now.
I have things I wish to do.
Beautiful.
I wish to do them in the right order.
Let me. There we go. Transition. We'll roll initiative as now you see Gary free from his crate. Steps out. He has this giant, like, clown kind of garb that's all ripped, where you can see pieces of his skin is all like rotten and falling off, bits of makeup smeared everywhere. There's pieces of like cotton candy, popcorn things, popsicles stuck on him that have fallen from different writers. His face is just like his like, oh, there's Chucky. His jaw's kind of slack, and he has this like both like currently still kind of confused but squint because the sun. And he kind of for a second steps back out of it and then doesn't care and like kind of walks through. Alice kind of screamed, just like this horrid scream of just like panic. And she's like, "Don't you hurt my Gary!" And hops down off of the box.
But she's still turned, right?
She is still turned. Yeah. She has not made any sort of like move. One, she was just confused why she just wanted to get away from Ned, but now realizes something is wrong and is just kind of backing away from the source of her. I don't like that vibe.
Gotcha. Okay.
Okay. What did everyone get?
6.
8 for me.
12.
Oh, well. Okay. Oh, let me edit this so it'll stop saying that. There we go. Let's for them. Why does it say that? Oh, that's why. Okay. What would you say? 12?
Yes.
Okay, and then Med, then Kithly. Is that right? Or who had 8?
6.
Who had 6? Okay, you had 6.
I had an 8.
Okay, so Kithly, then Med. Okay. So Gary is officially first as he kind of stumbles out. I think he's just like picking up. He doesn't know where y'all are, doesn't know who's hurt him, doesn't know what's going on, just that something, ow, confusion. And it is just like kind of picking up pieces of now the broken crate and just throwing them in general directions. And Alice, let me... Where, I guess, Med, I need to know where kind of what direction you are. So the wall that Kate climbed up is the one that has now been kicked out and Gary's standing at. And so basically I need to know if you're anywhere near that side so I know if Alice can come to Gary or still feels the need to be away from you. You know, are you opposite of that?
This wall. I'd be where probably protection from any of these like flying crates. So whatever side of the wall.
So maybe like just, yeah. So, you know, if there's 4, we'll say, you know, this one was the one that got busted open. You want to just kind of be hiding on one of these sides so you're not getting hit. Okay. So I think Alice is then going to, also a little confused as what's going on, doesn't really know where y'all are or who's to blame for anything that's happening, but knowing that just the general area where you are subconsciously they don't want to be is going to kind of start doing a big wide circle, keeping that like 30 at least away from you to try and get on the other side to see Gary, which, you know, would then put them probably like 60 or so feet from you now as they're looping further away. So for reference, Gary is within 30 feet of everybody. Alice is within 60 feet. Kate, you've just plopped down. Kithly's protecting you.
So
Gary's out of the box.
Hearing Alice say, like, "Don't you hurt my Gary," Kate's going to say, "We're not hurting him, we're having fun." And she's going to cast Hideous Laughter on him.
Gary?
Poor Gary.
Oh, poor
So he has to make
Gary.
a wisdom saving throw.
Okay. Let's see how poor Gary does. I'm going to put it back on the box picture because I don't want to look at his giant face anymore. Which one of these has my roll 20? This one. Okay, he gets a +2 to wisdom save, but that makes it only a 9.
Oh, okay, good. Yes. So it lasts for up to a minute, and at the end of each turn, and each time he takes damage, he takes another wisdom saving throw.
Okay.
And it also, the target has advantage on saving throws if it's triggered by damage.
Okay.
So, like, I would hope that, that my teammate, I mean, I've done this spell before, so, like, don't hurt him. But yeah, he falls down and, like, can't stand up or do anything.
Yeah. This guy pops out and he's like, I broke. And he throws another board. Hits a random reveler. And then just like belly laughter just kind of plops back down. It's just like, I hit him with the board.
Taylor, you play a good game.
I love Gabby. Then Kifley.
I don't know if I really need to defend against that at the moment. So I'm gonna look around and see, do we see the stick?
Do a perception check or investigation, whichever one's better for you. I will let either roll.
So we shouldn't hit Gary because it'll mess up the laughter spell.
I mean, it just gives him advantage to the wisdom saves. And he, like, it just gives him more chances to, like, break out of the spell. So I would say probably not.
Gotcha.
13.
13?
Yeah, my DC's not that high.
So, you kind of start to look around, and I'll say you don't notice the stick, not fully. I mean, you've seen pictures of it, but not fully knowing exactly what it looks like. You don't notice it, but you're able to kind of tell, like, okay, this pile is crap. This pile is close. Like, you can kind of see what little organization Gary had going on in this disgusting pit. And can kind of now notice, okay, there's a little section that looks to be more like keepsakey things. There's little stuffed animals and like little wooden toys and like those sort of things that you're then starting to go for. So I'll give you all advantage essentially on the next look for it that you've kind of noticed where.
I'll point Kate towards that. Maybe it's over there.
Perfect. Med.
There's little nose goblins or whatever running around. Yeah.
Yeah, you after Kithily yelled at you, kind of look up and you see now quite a few of them kind of walking around on the box. What's left of the box. Again, things with Pass Without a Trace. None of them have really honed in on anyone yet.
Okay. I want to do an attack. I'll do like talons because I want them as far away from me as possible.
Absolutely.
Or I guess the quarterstaff.
Okay.
They're both 5 feet reach. That's fine. Quarterstaff is better though.
Perfect.
Okay. What do I'm not used to doing that. What do I roll to? Maybe, oh, here we go. I just do the thing. 12. Does 12 hit the little nose?
Come on, this is from episode 1. Why do I not have it in the section where all the other things from episode 1 are? Oy, oy, oy. Yes, just smush. Just smush.
That
So
is
roll.
6 damage to one of them.
Okay. Let me...
He kind of goes around like...
This guy... Okay, that's what I thought. He smushes, and I'm going to, since it's kind of almost like swarm mechanics now, I will consider a cleave, and you smush 2 of them.
Ooh, yes. Squish, squish.
Squish dams.
How many are there? You said a swarm.
Where are my dice?
Want me to roll like a
I
D20?
took them somewhere. Yeah, roll a d12.
D12. Oh, okay. Please be bad. 8.
Okay.
So now
you're
there's
good, but now
6.
there's 6. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Sorry, my dogs decided to play the squeaky toy in another room. Y'all can probably hear that. Okay. Gabri's still laughing. Throws, and it hits like the thing that you smack, and it hits the, ding, because you're so strong. And he throws something, and it hits that, and then it dings, and then it shoots through the bell and keeps going because of the force that he threw that piece of wood at it. And then that makes them start laughing again. I'll say probably for sure, Met, you kind of notice that his eyes then kind of travel as he's laughing, and he's staring at a cart that has a bunch of like big stuffed animals of all the different and amalgamations. As he's like laughing, he's like, oh, I missed the bunny dog. And starts laughing again. Wisdom save at the end of his turn, Blair.
I think you're muted, Taylor.
Yeah, I was yelling at my dog to stop with the squeaky.
Oh, gotcha.
I thought it was me.
Only a 3. You got a natural 1. You see now as he's looking, he's like, bunny dog. But then he's also like a little sad.
Aww.
He's a little crying, but then he's like laughing because he can't stop laughing.
Oh, hideous laughter is like the worst.
Really
like,
is.
I feel like it always ends in like tragedy because it's like they shouldn't be laughing.
Buddy. Alice, I think, notices that and is kind of in that area, and they turn, and you see them run to the stand that has the animal things and like grabs one. There's like a little gnome thrall kind of hiding behind, and it's just like, take it, and hides again. And Alice starts to kind of like run towards, but then it kind of hits that not knowing wall of like, why can't I come closer? Why don't I want to come closer to him? And starts to kind of do that circle again. It's like, hey, Gabby, come get it. Come get the bunny dog. You missed the bunny dog? I didn't know your bunny dog was gone. Come get the bunny dog. And Gary's just like, Kate, it is officially you.
I'm gonna go to where Kithley pointed me and search.
Perfect. Perception or investigation, whichever's better, with advantage.
Hell yeah. Perception plus 4. Investigation?
Yeah, if that's better in your perception, go for it.
No, my perception is better. So, there's 1 time. Oh, there's 2 times.
Ooh.
Okay, so dirty 20.
Dirty 20.
Yeah.
You find this little section that has a lot of little wooden things. And you notice that there's little toys and such, doodads that look to be not of here. You know, maybe toys that other people have brought, given, fallen. He's got a collection going. But then there's also like quite a few bits of different chunks of like wood and stuff that are like carved. Like definitely someone has made them. And there's a lot of them. But then you kind of move one of the like big kind of like driftwood looking pieces that's like a bear. You know, it's like when you go to Mexico and there's all the bears out of like a log. It's like one of those. And you scoot it out of the way. And there you see it. Tucked, kind of hidden. It looks like purposefully kind of hidden under even then like a little cloth. But you can see the spoked edge of the stick.
Stick. I grab it. Can I shove it in? I don't know, like, no. Like a backpack or like in my clothes or something.
I mean, it's like a big old, like it was what was the the spoke of Pinky's unicycle. So
I
it's
would like
big.
to take it and shove it
You're
down.
just like
like
It's probably slightly shorter than my long sword.
Mhm.
So we could potentially hide it with my long sword at the
Like-
moment.
sheath it.
Yeah.
Okay, I'll run back over to Kithily and just be like, got the stick, got the stick, got the stick, got the stick.
Let's get out of here. Yeah, so I will try and I guess hide it with my longsword.
cool beans.
And we still have pass without a trace, so we could try and just like get med and get
Kate, you still have movement essentially. I'll say you're all close. If you want to kind of start sneaking with 30 feet, y'all could be out of the box, you know.
Yes.
yeah, for sure.
Okay, and like be back to kind of where Med is. So you sneak. Kithly, same. Do you have an action as well, or just moving?
No, just making sure that the stick is secure and then following Kate.
Okay. Okay. Currently, Alice is very, I would say probably the turn undead is starting to wane. As Alice still they look a little conflicted and very confused about it, but you can just see in their face their love for Gary and wants to give him their toy. And kind of like going a little closer while Gary's just still laughing. I'm gonna do another save for him on his. Or well, I guess Med, do you have anything you want to do officially on your turn? Kate and Kithly in their turn with you.
Okay, they're so I know what's going on. They're leaving. I am going to, because even though he's laughing, he can still like throw shit, right?
Yeah,
Or is
I
he
mean
kind of-
he's throwing it as
Or can he not see us?
yeah, he's not targeting. He's just like, ha, 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 this is funny, throwing stuff, you know.
Okay. I would want to. And he was hurt. Was he really hurt?
Not super hurt. I mean, 25 points of damage total between you and whatever for a big guy. I mean, his hands got a little goop coming out of his hand wound.
Okay. I'll probably
Not
just
blood,
do like
goop.
Goop. Oh, poor Goop. I would probably do a. I can never say it. Thaumaturgy.
Thaumaturgy.
Thaumaturgy. Thank you. And just be more soothing. Just like, whatever sound that animal makes that he's really wanting, that dog thing. Maybe just like little puppy purring sounds.
Love it.
And it's like right in his ear.
Bunny dog, I want to miss my bunny dog.
Yeah, a little. And then, just to get him to kind of calm down.
Okay. Let me roll another save for poor Gary. Oh, just 11. He's still laughing. He's so confused.
Does the stick fit in the bag of holding, or does that spoke kind of block it?
We'll have to look up what the bag of holding technical, because there is like a.
Would take it. The bag of holding would take it. We have the other thing. The knapsack that won't.
Oh, we don't have
stay.
the bag of holding?
No, we only have the
Whoops.
thing
Okay.
you have. So it won't.
Sack of
Yeah,
Okay.
kind
because that
of
will
stick.
only fit certain things. The
Thought it
bag of
was a
holding
bag
we
of
could definitely
holding.
put it in. So what?
I thought it was a bag of holding.
No, I think it's the heavy and
haversack.
yeah, the haversack.
I'll go back and look, but I think
We will gladly take a bag of holding.
Yeah, if that's what it is.
Yeah,
Okay.
you're gonna replace that. That's fine. We can put more food in that.
I have it. Bag of holding.
Yeah, so
Oh,
I was like, I was
holding.
pretty sure it was bag of holding.
It was bag
sorry,
of holding.
my
I
bad.
got it in my notes.
Shove it.
I think specifically they give you the bag of holding because you're collecting a bunch of big things.
That makes thank you,
My
game.
Thank you, game designer.
So it was, so as long as the spoke, because I think that's the widest thing, so it just has to be able to fit in the.
In the hole. Yeah, and I mean, and these all the unicycle bits are off of it. It's really just kind of the stick, and then it has like a little kind of jagged spoke looking top, but it's not big. It's just kind of, and then
Gotcha.
the stick.
All right.
Well, and bag of holding works like Mary Poppins bag, yeah.
It still has dimensions, I think, though, doesn't it? Technically,
But it's
like
pretty
really,
big.
really big. Yeah.
Yeah.
But I think it's still technically a dimension. But I mean, I know you can put
It has
like a
to fit within
sword
the-
in a bag
Yeah.
of holding, so you could probably.
Yeah, it
put
just has
this.
to fit within the opening. Like I couldn't put Gary in there.
Yeah.
The bag can hold 500 pounds and cannot exceed 64 cubic feet. Yeah.
Okay.
I think
yeah.
I
So
put,
we
like,
say it
keys
can
and
like
stuff in there. It's fine.
Yeah. I think all y'all have in there is like food and keys.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We need to steal more stuff.
I was trying.
Oh, we have instruments in there because we did take some of those.
That is true. That's true. That's true.
Oh, while we run out, if I run by some tickets, can I pick them up?
Oh, for sure. For sure.
Oh my god.
Let me.
Tickets.
But we want to sneak away, I think.
It's literally just
Oh.
if I'm like.
Don't take
sneaking
my
and-
roll.
No,
My roll sucks. Roll a d20. I rolled a 1. That's just
No, I don't
mean.
wanna-
Y'all did so well. I'm not gonna have you get 1 ticket.
I don't want another one. What am I rolling? A d20?
Just a d20.
I did it.
Yeah.
I did it. 18.
18. You get it. You got a ticket book that has 18 tickets in it.
Yeah.
Nice.
Okay. Alice is kind of scooting forward. There's still 6 schnozzlings that Owl, after getting their buddies banged, they're kind of like fire ants and they know where to go and they turn their direction. And hey, there's 6 and there's 3 of y'all. 2, 2, 2. What is my schnozzling? That's my schnozzling. I feel so lost without my. Oh, I have a d20. I do. I put all my dice in my bag because I have like an in-person game. What? What's that like?
What's that life?
Since 2020 happened, I didn't think it was possible. Okay, so the first one at Kate. That's a nat 1. The second one at Kate. That's a natural 20.
What the fuck?
Rough.
Oh boy,
I guess
boy,
that
boy.
evens out.
It really does. That's really fun. Okay. Hit. So the schnozzling jumps, bites down onto your face.
Not cool.
I need you to make a wisdom saving throw.
Wisdom saving throw. 14.
Lucky. For a second, you're like, I have a red nose. That's funny. Oh God, no, that's terrifying. And then you freak out. So you are not entertained by your new nose. Ooh, gross. Okay, cool. That's that. That's what that one does. One of them going towards Kithly. That's a 13, misses.
Misses.
The other one, another natural 20. Too bad I can't actually do damage on you guys with these, or on this one. I need you to also make a wisdom saving throw, please.
15.
Okay, you are good. You have the same where you kind of look at Kate, and Kate looks at you, and you'll look at your big noses, and you're like, that's funny. No, it's not. No, it's not. It's moving. That's disgusting. And then freak out. Med.
So is it attached or?
It is attached. You just don't think it's funny.
Oh, okay.
That's an 18 to hit, Med.
Yep.
You have one on your beak, and everybody thinks it is pretty funny. That's like right here in front of your face, like on the top.
Because I
of your
don't have a
beak.
nose.
Yeah, it's just like kind of like plooped right there on the little skin bit right between your eyes. Roll a wisdom save, please.
I don't have a nose. Oh shit. Oh shit. It's a 12.
That's exactly what you needed to not find this entertaining.
Yay.
The other one, another nat 1.
Good.
Even world. I'm going to say the 3 that missed because they jumped and they jumped from a high place. They're going to splat on the ground. So you each have one attached to you. Kate, it is your turn.
I'm gonna kind of do that like, and then take out my dagger and kind of go
Okay.
and try to like
Roll to hit.
Natural 20 for a 25.
Ooh, yeah. Roll that damage.
7. I doubled the dice, right?
Mm-hmm.
Oh god damn it. Show me what it was exactly. Oh, did I get a
You got a
Sorry.
4.
Okay, I got a 4. So 11.
Sorry, dog was squeaking toy again. Yeah, you skewer it, like you just kind of get away from me and like try and scratch it with your dagger and like impale it onto the side of what's left of the box, and it's just like cut. Kifley or Kate, do you want to do any sort of movement?
Yeah, as soon as I do that, I'll, sheathe my dagger again and then keep trying to sneak away.
Okay. Kifley.
I'm going to just try and rip it off and kill it with a squeeze.
Okay,
So
go ahead.
unarmed strike. 21, 22.
That definitely hits. How much damage is your unarmed?
5 bludgeoning, so
You just smush it and pull it off of your face and just throw it on the ground. Blech. Would you like to use your movement?
I'll follow Kate.
Okay.
So.
And then Med.
Yeah, gonna use talons where he like curls on his back. Like, if you ever see a cat try and kick something,
Oh, yeah.
so he's gonna do that. But like both his feet at the same time. Anyway, so that's talons.
All right.
We'll see what happens. Woo! Awesome. 21.
Yep.
Nice.
That'll hit him.
And then 2.
It's still on.
Eh.
Yeah, you can move though, still, but it is still nomming on you.
That's super rude.
Unless, can you bonus? Action?
Bonus action would be like a spiritual weapon. It's like,
Yeah, because how does like two weapon fighting, like technically? I guess you used
2 weapon fighting. Yeah. Would each talon, like, would each foot be a weapon?
Yeah, because I mean, like if you can like hit with 2 short swords, you can kick twice. It's just the second one doesn't get your bonus like modifier,
Okay, so it's just a D20 or whatever.
because it's technically like the offhand.
Gotcha. It's the off foot.
Yeah.
That's a 7. I don't think that
Okay.
hits.
No, it will not. Alrighty. So you following them though?
I mean, yeah. Just kind of like probably not max speed. My walking speed is 25, so maybe only going like 15.
Okay. Yeah. Y'all kind of see Med following behind, just swatting above his beak. As you walk further away, Alice is able to finally like get up to Gary, who I'm gonna roll another save for. I'm gonna roll my dice, see if it does me any better. Oh, that did. That's a 17 plus 2. He finally stops laughing as Alice gets up to him and grabs this little like rabbit amalgamation doll and just like, how's it? Thank you, Alice. It's your bunny dog. They're like, yeah, it's your bunny dog. Okay, you okay? Do you need anything? Are you feeling all right? Yeah, I'm fine. I got my bunny dog now, but my hand hurts. She's like, oh, okay. Well, we'll get you something to make that a little bit better. But I think I've seen you get splinters worse than that. And he's like, okay. My brain hurt though. She's like, mine did too. Weird. And you hear, as you're kind of walking away, fully attention has turned to Bunny Dog. Alice, never fully understanding what was going on, is just there comforting him. And it's just not in pursuit, I guess. So Kate and Kithly, would y'all like to help Med?
Yeah, absolutely.
I would like to stab.
Okay, roll to stab.
Roll
Don't
to
get me.
stab. No, dirty 20.
Dirty 20. Yeah, easy peasy. You just
5.
skewer it.
Yeah, I see you coming, and I'm like, get real still, like, okay, get right here.
Yeah, she just
like when
stabs
you're helping
straight
your
in,
friend
but
out.
stops just in time.
Helping your
Just-
friend out with this zit on their face that they just can't get
let
to.
me-
Just above the nose holes.
But y'all are able to sneak away with the stick.
Okay. Okay, so we got the stick. Clearly, Heckna wants the stick, right?
Yeah, but
We
also-
can't give it to him.
How about we'll let y'all ponder that while we take a quick break.
Ooh,
So
so
we'll
smart.
let the group ponder for a bit. I'll go get my water because I still haven't done that in 2 hours. And then we will reconvene to see what the next step of this adventure is going to be. Oh boy. Oh, I didn't check to see if any of these images are out of date on the BRB screen. Oops. We'll find out, guys. Y'all know what date it is. Be right back.
Can we go back and just clip that? Just 5 seconds of Blair doing this.
Wait, let me do it. Let me do it. Let me do it. Let me do it.
Because I need that as a gift. We need
There, I
that
have
to
it.
be a gift.
I have it saved. I'll finish it later.
There you go. Okay. I got my water, but it was a seltzer water, and now I feel like I have to burp. I should have thought that through. Okay.
There it is.
So, y'all are sneaking away to the sounds of, the things kind of starting to pick back up in the Midway, and Gary's talking about his bunny dog he has, and he's so happy it's a bunny dog. Alice, thank you so much for bunny dog. Can you fix my hand? My brain still hurts. And they're just like, okay, Gary, we got to get your new box. It's too bright out here for you. And he's like, yeah, I don't like it. It hurts my face.
Same, Gary. Same.
I'll even say too, just for like some fun world spice here, you do hear like pretty loud and about and not too worried about it. Alice, like, they're kind of a little like snippy about like Heckna. They're just like, you know what, like, if he cared more about us, he'd get you a better box, but I guess he doesn't care. So we're going to have to figure it out ourselves because it's just you and me, Gary. Us against the world because blah, blah, blah. And so, like, they're not like a big fan. That's weird. As y'all slip away and start heading towards the Revalia gates, you get up to kind of about where Polly is, and you hear a whistle from behind you,
Like someone whistling, or like someone has a whistle.
like someone whistling, but in a like, hey, kind of whistle. Like the like, look over here.
Yeah, I can't whistle. So
I can't either, really.
all right, I turn to look. Who's that?
You see Locke sticking his head out of his wagon.
Yeah,
We double back.
Hell yeah, double back.
Double back for the Birdman. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
It's like,
Yes.
what'd you do to Gary?
Oh.
Made him laugh.
I saw that.
Is he on the team?
No, not really. He's fine, I guess.
Why do you care?
It just seems weird that y'all would randomly start messing with Gary unless you had some sort of reason to mess with Gary.
Well, we're inside the his little cart or whatever, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Marlo led us there.
So did you find it?
I don't know, Locke. We've never been known to mess with anybody unprovoked before.
Yeah, Med is not gonna follow this. He's gonna be like, uh-huh.
Found the stick?
I think. Med trusts Locke implicitly.
Kinsley just nods and
There was half a joke from Kate.
We have to save Marlowe? Like we're saving Marlowe? Like
We got
stick equal Marlowe.
yeah, that's what kind of Heckman told us to do. Unless you have a better idea of how to save Marlowe. And how he looks up how much time we got left.
Well, you royally fucked with Gary very quickly. You still got like an hour and 45 minutes.
Oh, hey, nice.
We're good at what we do.
Yeah.
We're very efficient.
Yeah, more like 48. So, I hear so many loud noises. Should I shut my door? The toy maker has sent word that he's on his way over here. It seems that Watt got in touch with him with the schematics. We may have a little bit more information coming, but I don't want to, obviously want to save Marlowe in whatever capacity we can, open for ideas, but I don't think we should give that stick up. Do you mind? Can I see it for a second? You can keep holding it. I don't care.
Yeah. Med's gonna hold it and tell and like show it to him. Look what this is. And also mention like, right, we want to make a false stick and bring that.
Oh.
But give the real stick to Watt so he can put it into the train.
Smart. That's a good idea, because I was going to do this, and he kind of just like whooshes his feathers down the side of it, and as he does, it starts to look just like a normal quarterstaff.
Ooh. Yeah, no, I want to do like an arcana. He doesn't know too much, but what is Locke? So would that be insight or arcana to know like what spell is that he just cast?
I'll do arcana.
Yeah, of course. 16. Trying to figure out like is Locke another like cleric or a wizard or he has magic.
Why is this not? Oh, I know where I have Locke's character sheet. I have things. Nope, I'm an idiot. I put Locke's picture, but not his character sheet. I have too many things. Oh, there it was. No, why'd it go away? I saw it. You kind of look, and it from what you know just in general of magic, it's definitely some sort of maybe like not illusion, because you're trying to look through an illusion and you're not, maybe more in the transmutation realm, whether that makes him some sort of wizard or sorcerer or something, but it's definitely more in the transmutation-y realm, not a parlor trick illusion or a divine thing.
Tay, while this is going on, I want to stand outside, just kind of like post up, because I'm definitely watching for the kids of the candy corn, whatever the hell it's called. Yeah, children of the candy corn. Just anyone that could come sneaking, spying around while they are in there talking.
Gotcha. Perfect. Do just a general perception for me too, while you're kind of keeping an eye.
So can Watt see through this? Because I need to give it to him.
Well,
Or how do I turn this
if
off?
you want to give it to him, I can just turn it back. This is just an easy way to conceal it if y'all were going to keep carrying it around, because it can do a wallop, and I've seen Pinky use it. But if you want to take it to him, that could start, process a little quicker too. But possibly I can try to make a other quarterstaff into that or something. I mean, it's only gonna pass for looks if I don't know how interested he would be into super identifying it in any way other than
I mean,
he's pretty.
I want to, like, if this is super powerful and going to help us defeat Heckna, like. So, and looking at Kate, like, what you think, girl? Like, what the fuck is this?
Oh, I'll cast Identify on it.
Okay. You kind of look at it for a bit, and as you kind of cast Identify, you see kind of the outline in this red kind of magic that kind of ribbons out and encompasses it, and you can see almost through the fake quarterstaff the original stick as you're kind of looking over it. And it is a quarterstaff of sorts. I'm going to put in Discord for you, but essentially it's a quarterstaff. It's got some magical elements to it because it is from a magical train, but it in itself isn't necessarily super magical other than it hits hard. So it is a +1 to hit and to damage, considered a magical weapon. If you score a critical hit, it does an additional 10 bludgeoning damage. The stick will also deal 2d8 force when used against Heckna specifically. You must be proficient with quarterstaff to use it, and you have to attune.
Ooh. So it does a... Oh, wow. It's a +2d8 against Heckna. Oh, shit. Okay.
Like I said, I other than, if we could just give him some sort of magical stick, that might be enough. He's pretty dense, but...
Yeah. I can use the quarterstaff. Not out there.
Locke, do you have any other quarterstaffs here that you could, it's maybe a quarterstaff that is more than just a quarterstaff, but you change it also to make it look like the stick?
If you give me a little bit of time, I think I can. I have some just basic kind of enchantments and etchings and things that I haven't done in a long time, but could give it a magical aura for at least a bit. They're short use, magical boons. But it may help in passing it off as a magical stick when you give it to them if they don't decide to look again too hard. I can definitely try. Also, and about that time, like the toy maker, you can see them kind of rounding the corner. Kithley has hood up and everything, but you can kind of tell by how they walk, since it is very much like mechanical, though no one's paying on much attention.
I'll just kind of rap on the door frame that someone's coming in.
You'll turn as Toymaker kind of comes in and throws his hood back. When he does, you see Stefano sitting on his shoulder.
I am going to stay out here and keep watch still.
Kind of come in. I glad to see, this is Stefano kind of talking, glad to see you're all well. We talked to a Watt and then some of the fellas out there, and they said kind of what y'all were able to find out. Toymaker and I kind of looked over some of those things real quick, and we're gonna have to do a little bit more digging, but it looks like we have a time limit. kind of looks over to the toy maker, who starts doing some signs. He says that he thinks he knows where another piece could be.
Of the drain?
Mm-hmm. He's pretty sure, for sure one has an idea for a second. He's asking if time allows. There's a chair. The chair. It's inside the Tunnel of Love. And there's another thing that after this we're gonna go do a little bit of scouting to double check, but we think there might be another thing in the Ferris wheel. But the more for sure one is the chair. It was used as the driver's seat with the catch that she found previously. After getting to look at what the size was, the toy maker was very confident that this was the one. We also know we don't know the location, but a thing called the bumper, which allowed, with the catch in the chair, allowed the train to travel from the demiplane to other realms while still being anchored here. After the destruction of the train, the bumper, the catch, the chair were a part of Cicero's kind of personal throne when he was master of ceremonies, and then with his betrayal all got scattered. Obviously the catch being what you've already found out in the forest, but it seems that the chair itself was placed in the Tunnel of Love as kind of a reminder to Cicero of his betrayal. You saw Cicero. It's not the most exciting thing, yay, this will be fun. It's a little terrifying, but I think the chair may be part of what is anchoring him there.
Well, that shouldn't be too hard. He liked us.
Oh, good luck. He kind of looks back to toy maker, who's signing again. He's like, so he says that he thinks the chair is what's binding him there, and so moving it, replacing, taking it out may free Cicero, though that freedom may mean death. I mean, he's been searching for an ending, and Hecna knows the greatest cruelty he can do is deny Cicero peace, but I'm afraid he's quite angry and warped. It may be an ordeal, but if we want to do it, we got an hour and 45 minutes, so.
I mean, I say we enable Cicero the freedom to choose his life choice, whether that be anger or death or revenge.
But you're still going to get the chair, right?
Oh, yeah. No, that's happening.
Oh, okay, good.
Yeah.
Because that may make a choice for him if he doesn't choose death.
So, the chair, the bumper.
Don't know what the bumper is. The catch, which you found, the stick, which I assume is what you're holding. There's another, the thingamajig. I think that's what we think may be at the Ferris wheel. But like I said, we'll get more information for you. But that's kind of the direction we're leaning. The Toymaker's first ever job after being created was to create an engine for the train, which is what they call the thingamajig. And if it's going to be used as probably, going to keep something going forever, like the Ferris wheel. We just have to figure out where.
So only 5 pieces, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
We knew that. We got that from the 2 guys stuck together.
Oh, I remember. I was there for that. I just sorry.
All right, let's do it.
So Heather wants to clarify. We need to go to Cicero now. How does that get us Marlowe?
So Locke needs time to make a decoy stick, or y'all could just rush and get everything in 2 hours. You know the location for sure of one other thing. You have 2 already. They think they know where another one is. So it's kind of whatever you kind of go with there.
You said decoy stick, and that reminded me of that Lady Gaga song.
Disco stick.
Disco stick?
I want to take a ride in your decoys. Oh, that
No.
No.
Well, okay, sorry. I get it. I'm with us now. Thanks.
It would be fun to talk to Cicero again.
I think freeing Cicero would help us defeat Hekna because Cicero is very powerful.
The Toymaker's face flips to those huh? And
He
flips
was
back.
very nice. If I remember correctly, which I think I do, he liked me.
Flips
Us.
back to just a question mark.
He's not that bad, just misunderstood.
His head flips to like he just remembered something, and then flips back. And one of his little drawers in his chest pops open, and he grabs a scroll and then pops it back closed and hands it to you. We'll say Kate, since you're the last one talking. You look, it's got a little wax seal on it, and it has a symbol on it, but one specifically that you have seen on Marlowe on her leathers.
Oh, this is from Marlowe?
Can I open it?
It is the spoiler tagged thing in Discord.
Oh,
so
nice.
It is essentially a little code of what certain symbols mean around the carnival.
Give us the code. Oh, so it's legit a spelling code. So the one was wait.
So the one was Midway and then enemy, which was scary bashing guy, or then the one that's Felix's is food and drink or whatever.
Do we have on here on the paper that she gave us are these letters highlighted like they are on
I think that is just in the DM's guide. I think it said something you can put it to keys.
Okay. So it doesn't really.
Okay. Yeah.
Because I was G-E.
No. So it's the little cat eye means an amalgamation, or the little face with the thing that looks like a skull or a vial is poison. So now you have a little bit of a hint. If you see that little spear, it's possibly someone who's going to kick your ass. It's an enemy.
Gary wasn't that bad.
He wasn't that good either, though.
Can I put that in the Legend Keeper?
Yes, I can.
I'll also pin that.
Locke's just yeah, I have a couple of just minimal transmutations, symbols and things I know that I can, with some time and supplies, I can give this the appearance of having that magic until it wears off. Okay. So
Let's give you the time to do that, because I definitely want to keep this stick.
yeah,
use against
take that one with you. I can use one of these other just quarterstaffs and adjust. Go.
Yep. Let's go.
As we leave, you might have already said it, but Kate wants to see what the symbol is on Locke's thingy.
It's a little diamond.
It's just a diamond?
Mm-hmm.
So enemy?
No, like the actual diamond. That is a spear.
Oh, it's
The enemy
literally
is a
lock.
spear.
Oh, okay. It's
It
only
literally means lock.
Lock so special.
Wait, Kate wants to do a funny, but it's gonna take a second. I'm trying to think. I want Kate to. No, that'll take too long. Never mind. She won't. If we had more time, she would do a funny, but we don't have enough time.
All right, so y'all start heading off towards. Okay, let me get my right page up here. Okay, y'all start running off down back towards the Tunnel of Love, duck through the trees. That makes the little path, so it's a little more, solitude out here. It feels a little more solid, remote. And you see the glittering sign that reads Tunnel of Love that marks the entrance to the ride. Under the sign, the opening with a blood red river flowing through it, as you remember before. To the right of the dock, there are swan-shaped boats clustered together, bobbing and undulating in the waters. Everything seems put back together after the show last time you were here. You see that as you get closer, that the area around is a little busier than the trail that gets here. There's some people kind of around the ride laughing, and you can hear shouts echoing from inside the tunnels. And you can see a pair of giggling revelers holding hands climb aboard a small boat and are carried by the current into the darkness. And you hear their giggles and shouts inside. You kind of walk up to the little dock that is in front of it, where there's Dimples and Freckles, the two goblin-esque individuals that run this area. And we're like, well, are you all here for the ride?
Yep.
Okay, it's just gonna be one ticket, please.
You got it.
Oh,
And a ticket.
all right. All three of you together?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, very
We're
sweet.
a throuple.
Oh, I'm very happy for y'all. More love to go around, you know. Here, I'll hold the boat. Y'all hop on in.
What's a throuple?
Don't worry, I'll tell you later.
Okay.
And they kind of steady the boat for you to be able to hop inside.
I heard one of the older birds say it once.
Oh, okay.
Put this pretty little Tunnel of Love image up. Oh, there we go. You hop in the boat, and the Revalia's lights kind of ebb as you enter the ride, and the swan boat lazily bobs through the river. The boat carries you down into a dark tunnel where several lit torches line the wall, creating kind of a somber ambiance. The walls are papery with red condensation like sticky glue, kind of holding shreds of paper mache to the surface, it seems like. This, just in general, for just is kind of like feet-ish wide as you are going down. Make sure that is, yeah. And you'll kind of bob. There's soft music kind of throughout that is, real lovely. The tunnel then opens up into a wider chamber with walls that almost appear rubbery, as if made from kind of crudely molded plastic. There's a little bit of a skylight that lets in now at this point just a very bright kind of late evening sunset-esque light down into illuminating the red waterfall that trickles down the cavern walls into a pool. You do notice there are 3 beautiful creatures, all splashing with their fins and combing their long black hair with jeweled combs. They turn to you, syncopated, and smile. They begin to sing this really pretty melody. They all harmonize with each other. Kate, you especially are like very drawn to this song with almost a like familiarity, you know, like it's very comforting. It's something, you know, that calms you, makes you feel kind of feel at home, you know. All of you are listening as you find yourselves leaning further and further and closer, and the boat starts to kind of lean that way. Everyone make a wisdom saving throw, please.
So Kate was totally harmonizing with them.
One of them kind of starts to swim a little closer. Okay. Okay.
15.
Okay. Okay. So, Kate and Med, Kate and Med, you are listening. Kate, you start to hum along, and it's almost as if you know the tune. Like it's so easy, you just know what's coming, and continue to hum. And you kind of close your eyes, feeling the song, and then look over at them. And when you look back, they are like completely scaled creatures with these like, and they're like red with these like fins that come out from the top of the head, and a very devilish looking like look on their face, with these big bright yellow eyes and a mouth just full of teeth, crooked and gnarled and like poking out, just like smiling. And both of you are like, oh God, Kate, they're just, or Kithily, they're beautiful. Oh,
Pretty.
Is that one calling you? It wants you to come over there with them?
I would love to talk to them about their workout regimen.
Ripped abs for days.
I really need to know, and Kithily is going to disturb this boat to go try and get out of it, to go talk to them.
Okay.
I gotta find out, what are they eating here that's helping so much?
Swimming is such a good exercise, you know.
Swimming's great exercise.
Very
can't
true.
fault.
Not in plate armor,
Nope.
but you know.
So, Med and Kate, you were both taken aback by these like devilish looking creatures, and then you feel the boat rock heavily, and you look, and Kate's in the water, or Kithily. Oh, why'd y'all both have K names? Kithily's in the water, starting to swim towards them. It's not graceful. It is a lot of effort. I mean, you're strong, but like
Water and chainmail. That's chainmail, not plate. Yeah, it don't work well together.
Just for funsies, everyone roll initiative, please, so I can see what we got going on here.
13.
Okay.
9.
Natural 1, 2.
Ooh.
Beautiful.
I'm gonna drown
Love
in this
that
blood
for
water.
us.
Gross.
Yeah, it's thick.
Ugh.
It is thick water, which may make it a little bit easier. I don't know. You feel a little buoyant. All right, you go do that.
I am a rock person.
You are also a
Remind
rock
you.
person. Yeah. Yeah. Let me let my thing load. Kate, you are up first. What would you like to do?
Kate is gonna watch Kithily like attempting to swim like across, and she just goes, "Oh no, just for listening, just for listening." And she's gonna cast Mage Hand and try to like scoop Kithily like back to the boat.
Mage Hand only affects like 5 pounds.
Shh. 10 pounds.
10 pounds.
It can't carry, but can it like at least like stop her from going anywhere? Let me see.
No, not big old Kithily. She can much more than 10 pounds worth of force through things.
Then how was in Critical Role? How was Scanlan able to like sit in the fucking?
It's a telekinetic one. Oh no, that was Bigsby's hand.
It's Bigsby's hand, which was
yeah. But there's also like a telekinetic like mage hand that does more weight and can do more things. But that was Bigsby's hand, which is like a giant.
Okay, then let me not do that. Instead, I was supposed to be like, what the fuck? I was like, gnomes don't weigh 10 pounds. I don't think this will work. Because I also can cast Friends. And, I mean... Oh, I guess this is up to you, Taylor. Because, here, let me just read it. So for the duration, you have an advantage on all charisma checks directed at the one creature of your choice that isn't hostile towards you. When the spell ends, the creature realizes... Blah, blah, blah. Creature prone to violence might attack you. Another creature makes retribution in other ways. Like, could I cast Friends and then, like, charisma check, try to convince her not to go that way?
Yes, but I will have you charisma off with the singing mermaids.
Okay.
So like face off.
That is
for who's more entertaining.
Okay, so I like Kate will still say that, oh no, just for listening, and then cast Friends.
Okay.
And then do the rolls now?
Yes. Wait, does Kithily have to make a save for Friends?
Can I just fail it on purpose?
It doesn't say that you
because I think it's just what. Sorry, it's because you have the charisma, like the +2 charisma. That is, so it's not like a wisdom.
It's not like a charm person kind of thing.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
So I
yeah.
just have
So charisma v charisma.
And then I have advantage on it because of this.
Perfect. Actually, here, I'll roll it in here.
You're gonna confuse Kithily so bad.
Ooh.
Nice. That one wasn't good. But the first one, yeah, 21.
I have a 22.
No. Kithily's so confused.
Yeah, she's like,
she's
friend, like, beautiful friend, abs. Friend.
Girl, same.
Same,
right?
No. Okay. Let's see. It is.
They have like the 8-pack. They have like the extra that's like.
Let's see. So let's see. Oh, that's a really long thing. Okay, they continue to sing for sure. And then I think then they use, you see the one that seems to be the soloist that is in front is singing and kind of curled. It has like a little like mermaid kind of fishtail and kind of leans forward and as if, you know, with their song starts kind of moving their hand back and forth, and you see the water kind of starts to move a little bit, and Kithily gets moved closer with the water being pushed and pushes her with, kind of keeping you up, not falling under the water.
It's nice.
As you're now only about 20 feet away from them.
Considerate.
So considerate of them. They're still singing. They're using their bonus action to continue to sing, which means, since you're technically charmed by them, you got to use your turn moving towards them. Let's see. Okay. Then it goes to Med. Med was next.
Cool. I want to do command and cast it on Kithali. So Med is going to say stop. And but Kithali has to make a wisdom saving throw.
Okay.
I fail it on purpose.
Can you
Since
do
you're
that?
charmed, I don't know.
That's fine. I'll roll it.
Yeah.
Saving throw. Wisdom saving throw?
Yep.
10.
Woohoo! You fail because it's a DC 14.
I
Cool.
stop swimming.
On your next turn, which I think is right after me. So it is halt, I believe, is the actual command.
Okay.
And so basically, you don't move and you take no actions. Other than, like, you can keep swimming, right? So you don't drown. But,
I'll just...
Trid.
yeah.
All right.
To move away from... Yeah, I don't want this to move away from me. Oh. Approach.
Ooh.
I'll go with approach instead of halt.
Okay.
Basically, get back here.
Come.
Hit.
Yeah.
Kithla, you have this moment of like, why am I in the water? What the hell is going on? And they're like, oh, pretty music. But you're going back towards the boat.
Yeah.
I'm
So
coming.
you're gonna, if possible, you're gonna end your turn within 5 feet of me.
Okay. I would say probably you've got about, because you would have just jumped out and then we rolled initiative. They pulled you 20 closer. I'd say you're probably like half movement while swimming and all that heavy. So, I mean, if you use your turn and your movement, that'll get you right back to the boat. Not able to get in, but to the boat. Kate?
So how far away is Kithali from them?
Probably about 30 feet from them.
Okay, perfect. And how close are they to each other?
They're all sitting together, like side by side on a rock.
Perfect. Kate is gonna pull out with her where is it? Instrument of destruction. She's gonna pull out the drum.
Ooh, nice.
And then she's gonna like pull it out. You're singing gorgeous, but that's enough. And she's just gonna like hit it, and she wants to like right on top of them because I can put it 15-foot sphere centered at one point within 120 feet.
Nice.
And they have to make a deck saving throw, and I have to make a charisma. Okay, so this is a question because I use that friends on Kithali. And it gives me a charisma bonus with her. So I guess I don't get that advantage.
No.
Okay.
Okay.
I do a charisma check and they all do a dex.
Okay. Well, the first one got a 2. The second one got an 8, which wow, and 6. None of them got above a 10.
Oh, and I got a 19. Okay, perfect. So I'm okay. They all take 8d6 of damage.
Ooh.
And it's thunder damage.
So I'm gonna say, Kate, just for flair, you pull out this like weapon of instrument of mass destruction. We'll say it looks like a little tambourine. At all times. It looks like a little tambourine. And then when you went to cast a spell and you kind of like shook it, it turned into a drum. Like it just looks like it just goes like broop and like folds out with like this little bit of a magical like glitter poof. And then you'll hear that loud noise just like boom over. And then it immediately back into like a little tambourine.
If I can, it would be cool to kind of like push them down.
Yeah.
Like the thunder damage just kind of goes down. So they're kind of like, oh, I glitched when that happened.
So much thunder.
So much thunder.
All right,
So
roll that damage.
How do I? 1, 2, 3, 4,
Take, can you
5,
look at
6.
Discord?
Mm-hmm.
Whoa! 30.
Nice.
Nice.
Okay. So they're all like alive at this point, but very much I think are kind of like rattled because that's like half their HP. As they kind of flatten and you see each of them kind of one by one hiss. Kithly, you look back at them now because they've stopped singing and you see them for that like real devilish kind of infernal look that they have as they then each flip one by one back behind the rock down into the water into like a little tiny crevasse behind them. And you'll continue along
He gets back in the boat and shakes off.
Did you have fun?
I got to swim a bunch, and I really haven't done that in a while, so that was cool.
Good workout.
Yeah, I mean with the armor especially, right? Like, really pumps the muscles. Thank you for saving me. That would have been really bad. I appreciate you both so much.
Teamwork.
Makes the dream work. About it.
I hug both of them while I'm wet.
Aww.
We're just gonna share this experience.
It's thick.
Yeah, when you let go, Med is gonna like shake his feathers off, and the boat rocks just a little bit.
Yeah.
Are we covered in red now?
Yeah.
A little bit.
Just like,
I don't know what I'd do without you guys. Gary.
Gary. Okay, so y'all have this little hug as the tunnel kind of declines slightly and the current carries you into another chamber. This one lit by candlelight. There are walls that are deceivingly flesh-like, but the red condensation makes some of the paint run. Flanking the river are 2 rocky platforms. On each platform, there are 2 small circular tables, each with a couple sitting across from the other. One couple laughs and clinks their sloshing wine glasses together. The other couple lies slumped over the table. As your boat draws near, the drinking couple kind of turns and grins at you wickedly. And you can now notice as the light hits and you'll get closer, on the table are 2 separate individuals laid out, slumped, big old bleeding, piercing holes on their neck. As you now see the couple that are clinking their glasses kind of lick some blood off of their fangs. You pretty quickly recognize those 2 people as the individuals that were holding hands that got on the boat directly in front of you. Yeah. And they kind of laugh and are like, not today.
Cool spiritual weapon.
Perfect. Just boop, right in the boat with you. Or?
It does. It's a floating weapon. So
I will say, they're not. They don't look like they're going towards you by any means.
Oh,
like
okay.
It kind of seems like they're giving you that like you lucked out vibe of like they have these people. They're full.
Oh, okay,
yeah.
okay. Then he will probably just do a sort of like electricity in his feathers. Just kind of like you lucked out.
Yeah, they're just like
don't like this,
and like lean over and start
those
sucking
other
on their
people
neck again.
Yeah, he gets real mad. And his like those people were innocent, and how dare they? Like he's real mad. He's like, I'm gonna come back for you.
We could take him.
Guys.
We could take him.
I mean, on our way out.
Okay.
We're on a clock.
Hour and 45 minutes.
Yeah, we're on a clock.
Okay, right.
Can't just kill everybody.
I could.
I could though. All right. So, you then pass into another chamber. Let me make sure I'm reading the right thing. Okay. This one, dark and quiet, and all that can be heard are kind of the little ribbons of liquid that are trickling down the walls into the river, and the sound of the swan boat kind of skipping against the surface of the water, where the walls seem to twitch and pulse like machinery, smothered with wet meat rather than something truly organic. You can see up high, there are a couple of it almost looks like a mobile, like a little baby's mobile with like two little lovebirds kind of circling around each other. It's quiet as you leave this one. The membranes of the walls kind of flutter with these pulsing veins, blue against bright pink skin. The air is heavy with the stench of iron and smoke, and the water here gets thicker and a deeper, more vibrant, dark red. Despite the warm red light spilling out over the room, the space feels heavy and gloomy. The thump of a heartbeat echoes with a dull, hollow sound throughout the room. There's a swan boat, rotting and wrecked, sitting on a quivering mound of gritty-looking muscle. It seems older than the other boats, and where there would normally be seats, it's just a pile of splinters and ash. You see Cicero, almost doubled over, has one hand wrapped around the throat of the wooden swan as if throttling it. His head whips around at the splash of the boats, the black mist swirling around him, billowing up in rage as you approach, as he just looks at you, that masked face, the weird gaping hole where his heart once was in his chest, now just like splinters of bone, and the darkness kind of up and rushes towards you, as all of you hear in your head a pained, angry yell, and you can feel just all the warmth in your body kind of go away. It is chilling to the bone as he looks at you and he says, "So here you are again, back for seconds, I presume. Suppose this is all very funny to you. Leave me be. It's all a game. He even took my broken chair and he throws the swan off to the side, where you now notice where the seat would have been, where the chair would have been, is where the splinters were. And all of that dark energy kind of condenses into this giant round ball that then just goes whoom, right towards y'all. And we'll pick up there in August.
Oh my god. Oh my god. The chair's gone.
Ooh.
Oh no. Oh
no. Alrighty, guys. Yeah, this is the end of book 2 because we busy folks, and July is going to be busy. And then the first week of August is Gen Con. So we're all going to be there. So we'll be back the 12th, I think is what we said.
Yep.
Whatever that Friday is after.
Yep.
But come to Gen Con and see us a whole week earlier. And we'll be doing stuff in July, just not this. So we got...
Do we get to level up?
You will get to level up. So we'll come back and you'll be level 5.
Yes.
That's going to be some good shit for some of you. But... Oh, here. Actually, let me... Blair, tell everybody what we got going on this week while I get this like really cool image of Cicero on the stream.
I did this the other day. So today was this. Tomorrow is Saturday. We are playing some DBD tomorrow night. When? I don't know. You'll have to wait and see. Take a look at our Twitter. Make sure you're following us here on Twitch and you'll see, join our Discord and you'll see it somewhere. If somebody could put those links in the chat, that'd be great. But yeah, come join us for some fun spooky DBD time. Then on next Tuesday, we have Rich Randomness, and Rich is joined by David This has been a long time coming, you guys. We haven't had a just David and Rich convo on stream since our merger. So very exciting.
But we get them on the podcast because it's back, baby. Go check that out.
Yes.
That's true. Go check out the HSG podcast, which is booming. These new episodes. I mean, the whole thing's been great, but the new episodes have been especially
new energy,
super fantastic. I love listening to those guys. And then you can watch them next Tuesday. Then Wednesday, I'm running a one-shot that's called Lost Without Love. It is from the system, The Final Rose, which you probably got if you got the TTRPG for Reproductive Rights bundle on itch. It's going to be fun. We have Taylor's going to be in it. We have Mitch from Weave the Tale, and we have Mary Kate from 2000 Tales. So come check that out. It's going to be a ball of fun. Then that's Wednesday. Then Thursday, we have another Red Market. Things are going crazy. Things are exploding. There's always zombies. We got Nikki, Beholder to no one. I always want to say Beholder to none. Beholder to no one. That's guesting. So really great show there. Check it out. And then next Saturday, we have our Mass Effect Cyberpunk Red hack. Call it Omega. That's happening. We've had to switch it to once every month, and it's happening next Saturday. So be there for that. Also, if you would like to play Omega yourself, check it out on our Twitter or anything. It's for free. You can download it, and you can play that game yourself. So, yeah, exciting ass.
But you gotta have this thing.
True. Yeah, you need Cyberpunk Red, and then Omega just kind of like partners with it. Also, I think if we put, the link in the chat goes to this wonderful website that someone made. Oh, was it you? Was it
Hire
Taylor?
me?
Oh my gosh, it was Taylor that made this wonderful website just to show off this awesome source book. So go check out the website, go check out the source book, download it yourself, watch our actual play, love everything we do, and come hang out with us all the time.
Yes.
And then a gym. And then we got cool shit in July.
Yeah.
Here, wait. Heather, do you want to talk about July one more time?
We're playing Tales from the Loop in July. We're doing character creation on July 5th, the first Tuesday, which is also Rich Randomness. We're taking over. And then the following 3 Saturdays, we are playing Tales from the Loop with a bunch of preteen kids in an alternate history 1980s in Boise, Idaho. So Good time.
And then when does gunmetal start?
Also in July, hold on, I can tell you. 17th. My instinct was correct. July 17th. We will have the first episode of a little mini series run by Gunmetal Draws. It'll be a D&D 5e campaign in his own super amazing homebrew world with a bunch of like his own deities and crafting rules and all this stuff. Like, he's put so much work into it, and it's super freaking cool, and I'm so excited. I'm gonna finally get to play a wizard.
A wizard. I love the one shots. The one shots are so much fun to watch. They're so much fun to be a part of. But it's been a long time since we've had like a new campaign, and we got 2 in July. So don't miss out. Jump on that stuff as soon as it gets started, so you don't. So you're not like, I can't watch the next episode because I didn't watch the first episode. Be there at the beginning.
It's bite-sized. That'd be perfect. Yeah, y'all, it's gonna be a busted blast. But other than that, do we have anything else to talk about while I look to see if anyone's online for us to raid?
Ooh.
Looks like Katz is on.
Ooh, can you send me? It's not popping up in my raid thing. I know it's in promoting, right?
Does anyone in the chat have somewhere we should raid?
So here's wait, what is it?
Thank you.
Yeah.
I got it.
You got it.
Heather got me. Alrighty, y'all. So we're gonna go over. He's playing Mass Effect. Of course. How could I forget? Let's go get in the Mass Effect mood, and while you're at it, just go download our PDF.
I love it.
Watch the how-tos on YouTube so you know how to do it. Anyway, Kelly, you want to kick us off?
What's a keyword we can say when we go over there? A
Omega.
Mass Effect keyword. Mass Effect.
Omega.
Oh, Omega. Okay, we'll just say Omega.
Omega.
I love it. All right. Have fun and play well.
May all your rolls be crits.
Don't be a dick.
Just like have a good time and download Omega.
That's it. I was really expecting you to keep going and going with it. It's fine.
Thank you, guys.